Oi girls and boys and everything in between, it's Ace Trainer Liam back with another episode of MetroMania. MetroMania is an ongoing 16 Pokemon Metronome Battle tournament to determine our first ever MetroMania Champion. If you're already a fan of MetroMania, make sure you hit the like button. We know you love this series, you don't even have to pretend. I know you guys are enjoying it and I really love that you are. You guys are being really supportive about it. There's definitely going to be a season 2, there's definitely going to be a season 3, but before that, it's quarterfinal 2, baby. We need to jump right in. Of course, don't forget, by the way, if you're new, hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. But yeah, it's quarterfinal 2, gonna be amazing. I just want to get into the action, but first, let's take a look at the brackets. So last week we saw Dusknoir eliminated from the competition in the first quarter final. Dusknoir we say goodbye to as Clefable moves on to be the first Pokemon in the semi-final. It was a very dominant play by Clefable as well. There wasn't really much Dusknoir could do to fight Clefable off in that one. So as we say, Clefable goes on into the sunset, ready for the semi-finals. We're going to find out today who Clefable's opponent's going to be. Things are looking crazy for the semi-finals. I'm really excited, and today we do have two potential Pokemon who might have a shot against Clefable. I don't know who's going to be able to take Clefable down, but we'll find out today. It's Togekiss versus Politoed. Who's going to be the victor and go on to the semis? Let's find out. So here we go, it's Togekiss versus Politoed. Politoed, after that surprise victory against Blissey, nobody thought Politoed was going to beat Blissey, but Politoed proved the haters wrong and proved that Team Politoed is very much a force to be reckoned with. Here we see Flower Shield failing from Togekiss on the first turn. Togekiss, of course, the faster of the two. Here comes regular Togekiss with a lucky chant, going to protect the team from critical hits, and that could be the difference maker right here. That could protect this team from potential danger. Here comes Shiny Politoed to start things off for its team with Astonish, just for a little tiny bit of damage. Adorable animation for Astonish in Gen 7. I really do like it. And here's the regular Politoed going in with Rototiller, which everyone goes for. I just got a notification on my phone. I'm going to put that on silent. Of course, it doesn't affect anybody. Ludicolo is the only grass type in this competition, so we don't need any of that Rototiller action. Here comes Togekiss with Fire Pledge. Of course, it's not very effective. It's a fire type move, but go ahead. Feel free to use it. Any damage is better than no damage. Am I right, lads? Here comes Shiny Togekiss with a double hit for a little bit of chip damage onto Shiny Politoed, bringing it down to about 7/8 of its HP. So Togekiss are at least hitting some offensive moves. Here comes Incinerate from Politoed. Fire move of its own. Deals a little bit of damage to each of the Togekiss there. Brilliant job there countering with the fire type moves. Here's Heat Crash. Oh my goodness, everyone's going for fire type moves right now. From Shiny Politoed, tiny, disastrously tiny bit of damage to Togekiss there, but you know what? Damage is damage, as we said earlier. Here comes Shiny Togekiss with a Nightshade. That's a guaranteed 50 HP taken away from regular Politoed, so that was a very worthwhile hit. Good move on the part of Shiny Togekiss. Regular Togekiss going to follow up with Lock On, going to make sure its moves are 100% accurate against this regular Politoed. Let's see what it has in store in the next turn. Regular Politoed, what are you going to do to retaliate? Going to go with Swords Dance and raise its attack, because of course it's more of a special attacker. If it can raise its attack sharply, I should say, not harshly, sharply, then it has more of a shot if it does get physical moves chosen, such as Mega Kick, as we're seeing from Shiny Politoed. And if that Mega Kick would have been from the Swords Dance Politoed, it would have been a very different story for Togekiss, that's for sure. Regular Togekiss coming back with a Drill Peck. Gonna do significant flying type damage, critical hit as well, onto Shiny Politoed. What's the Shiny Togekiss got as well? Going for Leech Seed. Gonna sap the HP each turn of Shiny Politoed to restore its own HP. That's a brilliant idea, and that could be the thing that tips Togekiss over the edge. Here's Speed Swap, swapping the speed stat of regular Togekiss and Shiny Politoed. So Shiny Politoed is now as fast as Shiny Togekiss. We see Brick Break, which is quad resisted by Shiny Togekiss, so not a lot of damage there. Sorry, Politoed. And here comes the damage. The Leech Seed damage, sapping the HP of Shiny Politoed and restoring the HP of Shiny Togekiss. What will happen now? Shiny Togekiss is going to follow this up with Aromatherapy, but of course that's not really going to do anything because no one's got a status condition, so good job wasting a turn there. Here is Shiny Politoed with Chip Away. It could probably do with using something a bit stronger, but at least you got a little bit of damage on it, but you are going to take Leech Seed damage in a minute, so you may well fall to that. We see Comet Punch coming out from regular Politoed. 3 hits, 4 hits, 4 hits onto regular Togekiss, bringing it down into the red. How will it respond? Goes with Guard Swap. I mean, that's not really going to help you this turn. It's not going to help you because there's been no special defense or defense changes for that Politoed, I believe. And there's the Leech Seed damage. There's at least one turn left in Shiny Politoed. Can it take advantage? The Lucky Chant is gone, so the Politoed team can now hit critical hits. What's Shiny Politoed got in store for possibly its last move? Extra Sensory. Not bad. Not bad. It is going to take out that regular Togekiss, so the Politoed team do have a victory on their hands. What is Togekiss going to do to respond? Is it going to go and... If it tries to damage the... there's an Energy Ball. Oh, I was going to say, if it tried to damage the regular Politoed, it would have a better chance because the Leech Seed would have killed the Shiny Politoed anyway. So maybe wasting that Energy Ball, probably should have used it on regular Politoed. Regular Politoed's going to counter with a... well, not counter, but going to come back with a Power Trip for a tiny bit of not very effective damage. It's down to 2 right now. They both have decent HP at the moment. I mean, the advantage is in the Togekiss side right now, but not by a long margin. Here's a Tri Attack. Will it get a status condition on this Politoed? It won't. What will Politoed do to respond? It responds with Sleep Powder. It's going to put Togekiss to sleep and have its absolute way with this Togekiss. That is a brilliant play, especially this late in the game. This could well be another surprise victory by Politoed. I don't want to jinx it though, I'm a little bit worried. Mainly because Jinx is a garbage Pokemon, so we hate saying its name. Here comes Politoed with Mind Reader. Okie dokie. Now that's an interesting play. It took aim at Togekiss. It's definitely going to hit its next move thanks to Mind Reader. Togekiss is fast asleep and cannot do anything in response. That's not good for Togekiss. That's a little bit of a concern. Here's a Water Shuriken, a stab move from Politoed. That is from Politoed, indeed. 2 hits with a critical hit. And a 3rd hit. There you go. 3 hits from the Water Shuriken. Togekiss is a sitting duck right now while it's asleep. It wants to be able to wake up and capitalize on the yellow HP that Politoed is currently sitting in. But what will Politoed do in the meantime? Goes for a Tri Attack of its own. Of course, can't inflict a status condition on Togekiss because it is currently afflicted with the sleep status condition. Although it wakes up, goes for the Metronome. What's it going to do? How will it respond to that brutality we just saw? Going for Haze. Removing all stat changes. That does remove that +2 attack from Politoed. So that was a sensible play in terms of avoiding physical attacks. But what have we got? We've got Leech Seed coming out from Politoed using a taste of Togekiss's own medicine, I should say. So it's going to sap Togekiss's HP, restore its own. It's looking like Politoed might have this in the bag. That's brilliant. What will Togekiss do? How can it come back from this? Goes for agility, raising its speed. Now is not the time, especially when you're already the faster of these 2 Pokemon. Togekiss, what do you have in mind? Politoed goes for Night Daze. It won't do... well, I think it'll do neutral. No, it doesn't. It's not very effective, I should say. So the Leech Seed is going to happen. It's going to take Togekiss's HP. It's going to restore Politoed's. What does Togekiss have in mind? Because what can it even do at this point? I mean, it could go for a strong electric-type attack or grass-type... Oh, electric-type attack. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. There you go, a Thunder Shot. Could have done with a Thunder or a Thunderbolt, and that might have been game, set, match. But here comes Politoed, retaliating with Shockwave, an electric attack of its own. That is super effective and takes down Togekiss. Round 1 goes to Politoed. That was brilliant. So here, round 2. Togekiss is back on the field. Both are fully restored, and equally, here is the Politoed team. Politoed, if they win this battle, have absolutely taken this round and gone on to the semi-finals. Politoed is just surprising me over and over again in this. Oh my god, Zap Cannon! That would have been the death of a Politoed if that Zap Cannon would have hit just then. Oh my goodness. And Rock Wrecker fails as well. Oh my goodness. Togekiss, that was not a good first turn of this battle. I am worried. Although Politoed wastes a turn on Teleport, so it's not looking good for anybody right now. What's the regular Politoed going to do? Stun Spore. Going to paralyze regular Togekiss from the get-go. Now, there could be a difference maker. That could be the difference between a victory and a loss for the Togekiss team. But if the Togekiss team lose this battle, then they're not going to the semi-finals. Here's a Sky Attack. It is a 2-turn attack, so Togekiss is going to have to wait till the next turn to actually fire that off. But here comes Shiny Politoed. What's it going to do? Is it feeling confident? Goes with Play Nice. Going to lower the attack right before that Sky Attack. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. What's regular Politoed got in mind? Is it going to have a better turn than the previous turn? Although the Stun Spore was pretty good. Goes for Nightshade, 50 guaranteed damage on that Shining Togekiss, bringing it down to less than 3/4 of its HP. Here comes the Sky Attack. onto shiny Politoed. Here we go. Is it going to do significant damage? It did okay. It did okay. It did about a third. It's looking all right. It's looking pretty even, this battle right now. Here is a howl from regular Politoed. I wonder what a Toad howling sounds like. There's the attack raised from that howl. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Shiny, not regular. Shiny Politoed goes for Spiderweb, but that just prevents escape. Yep, there you go. Prevents escape. So, bit of a wasted turn. How will the regular Togekiss respond to that? Goes for a Scald, but Water Absorb from Politoed. Its primary ability absorbs that and restores the HP of Politoed. So that was not a good play by Togekiss. How will its shiny counterpart respond? Goes for Teleport, and of course that fails. We saw that from the Politoed team earlier this battle. My goodness, the metronome is being cruel today. High jump kick is going to be quad resisted, but still, I was going to say still does significant damage. It didn't. It really didn't. My goodness, here comes shiny Politoed with Mind Reader. Gonna focus, gonna make sure it can definitely hit these attacks on Togekiss. My goodness. Here comes regular Togekiss. What's it got in mind? Goes for Teeter Dance, gonna confuse everybody on the field except itself. That could be a hindrance to its teammate, but it also could be a very important hindrance to the Politoed team, and could be the advantage that the Togekiss team need, depending how lucky they get on the confusion ratio. What have we got? Let's see. Here's the confused shiny Togekiss. Hits itself. You see, there's that hindrance to its own teammate. What's regular Politoed got in mind? Hitting itself? Oh, this is terrible for the Politoed team. Is this one going to shake it off? No, hits itself. So it is all Politoed right now hitting itself. And now it is time for Togekiss to actually attack. Goes for Coil. Going to raise its attack and its accuracy. That's going to be an important play, I think. I feel like it. And its defense, sorry. I always forget that Coil does defense as well. Here we go. Confused shiny Togekiss shakes off the confusion, goes for the metronome. What's it got in store? Goes for Fury Swipes, but it's avoided by the Politoed. That's not good. Regular Politoed, gonna avoid the confusion as well. What does it have in mind? What's it bringing us? Bringing Leaf Blade. That is resisted by these flying types, but you know what? Rather the Politoed get the Leaf Blade than the Togekiss, right? It was a crit though. Shiny Politoed, gonna hit itself in confusion. Oh, it's not looking good for shiny Politoed, is it? Here comes regular Togekiss, the only one on the field who isn't confused right now, going for a Zen Headbutt. Now that could be detrimental. That was a significant amount of damage, bringing shiny Politoed into the yellow as shiny Togekiss comes back, hitting itself in confusion. My goodness. What about regular Politoed? What have you got in mind? Isn't going to hit itself in confusion, going to shake that confusion off, and what's it going to go for? Going to go for Vine Whip. Again, grass type move, resisted, but I think Politoed would rather be doing grass type moves than being hit by them. Here's the shiny Politoed, isn't going to hit itself in confusion this time. It's going to bring to the table a lovely peck, which is, it's fine. That's fine for a little bit of damage. Look at that tiny amount of physical damage right there. And here's regular Togekiss. What's it going for? It's going for Acid. That is going to hit both Politoed there. Is it going to get the stat drop? No stat drop there, though. Still confused is our shiny Togekiss. Gonna shake it off, though. Not going to let the confusion bother it. And is going to go for Psycho Boost. That's going to be a beautiful hit. It's a beautiful move as well. Takes down shiny Politoed. Drops the special attack harshly of that shiny Togekiss. But we're down to just one Politoed right now, who has snapped out of confusion, however, but now needs to make up for lost time. Circle Throw, that is quad resisted by the flying and fairy type, so it's not going to do a lot of damage at all. Togekiss is fully paralyzed though, so it's down to just shiny Togekiss really to try and take the advantage. Snapped out of confusion though. What's it got in store now? Now that it can see clearly and think clearly, goes for Play Rough. That is a stab move. That didn't do as much damage as I expected it to do, even though it was a stab move. That's a shame for the Togekiss team, but Roar of Time, of course, is not going to affect Togekiss because Togekiss is a fairy type, so poor play there by Politoed. Here comes an Encore. It will fail because Encore generally fails in a metronome battle. What about the shiny Togekiss? What's it going to do to this poor Politoed? Going to go for Purify. That is going to fail, so now it's Politoed's turn to try and get some kind of a comeback mounted. Goes for Aqua Ring. Good play. Good play on the Aqua Ring. Restoring your HP each turn is very important, especially when it's a 2-on-1 situation. What are you going to do, Togekiss? Going to go for Wish. Going to try and restore its own HP. That's looking dangerous for Politoed, though. If Togekiss's Wish comes true, that's going to be a problem for Politoed. Politoed really needs to take out that paralyzed Togekiss ASAP, or it's going to have a bad time. Shiny Togekiss goes for Swallow, but it fails because, of course, it hasn't stockpiled anything. Politoed, you need to do something to that paralyze. Oh, goes for recycle. Goes for recycle, wasting the turn. This Togekiss's wish may well come true soon. Here's a Leaf Storm from Togekiss. That's going to be super effective. How much damage? It takes out Politoed, and it's now 1-1. That was the equalizer. Here we go, round 3, winner takes all. Winner goes on to the semi-finals. Is it going to be Togekiss? Is it going to be Politoed? Politoed had some bad luck last round, but Togekiss equally had bad luck in the first round, so it is all down to the metronome in this battle. Who's going to the semis? There's a yawn coming out from Shiny Togekiss onto regular Politoed, so regular Politoed next turn will indeed fall asleep, which is not good. Here comes a lick, possible paralysis from regular Togekiss onto Shiny Politoed, but doesn't get the paralysis, so that's quite handy. Here's regular Politoed with a floral healing. Luckily, Togekiss's HP is full, because that later in the game would have been very detrimental. Here's Doom Desire coming out, Steel-type attack. Will come back in a few turns from Shiny Politoed onto one of these Togekiss. That is going to be super effective, though, when it does happen, so that's dangerous. Here's a Smart Strike, going to be resisted, of course, Steel-type attack onto Shiny Politoed. Guaranteed hit, though, Smart Strike. Very much the aerial ace of the Steel world. Here's a Spatial Rend from regular Togekiss onto regular Politoed for a decent chunk of damage there, just over a quarter, I would say, as Shiny Politoed comes back, retaliates with Guard Split. Complete waste of a turn, because there haven't been enough stat changes for that to be significant yet, so bad form there, Shiny Politoed. What's your regular brother gonna do? Regular Politoed goes for Fire Spin. Gonna trap Shiny Togekiss in Fire Spin for a few turns, so that little bit of chip damage each turn is gonna play in the favor of the Politoed team, but of course falls asleep because of the yawn from the previous turn. So let's see how long it takes for regular Politoed to wake up. In the meantime, regular Togekiss is gonna jump in with a Psych Up, gonna copy stat changes. I'm not even aware of any stat changes that have happened. I can't remember any in this particular battle. Here is Shiny Togekiss with Double Team. Gonna raise its evasiveness. Does not want to take any damage from these two Politoed right there. The evasiveness has risen. It could play a factor later on. We'll have a gander. Politoed, one Politoed is asleep. Shiny Politoed is going to come back with a Psycho Boost. My goodness, it's a beautiful move. We've seen it twice in this set of matches. And down goes its special attack, though. That could be a big problem later on. There's the Doom Desire. Super effective on that Togekiss, taking a significant chunk of damage that turn. And there's more Fire Spin damage on the Shiny Togekiss. The Politoed team is doing really well right now. This is like shades of the battle with Blissey. Regular Togekiss is going to go for Quiver Dance, raise its special attack, special defense, and its speed. That is a great play, an important play for this battle. How will Shiny Togekiss respond to this? Gonna also go for a tackle. Okay, that's fine. That's not gonna do a lot of damage, is it really? We have regular Politoed waking up. What's it going to do with its new lease on life waking up? Super effective Bullet Punch. It's not going to do a great deal of damage because it's a physical attack, but it did enough to get Shiny Togekiss below half HP. I believe both Togekiss are now below half HP. There's the Worry Seed, but it's avoided by Togekiss, so that must have been on the Shiny Togekiss. Didn't swap out its ability for Insomnia there, but I don't know if that's going to help the Togekiss team right now. Discharge, though, avoided by its teammates, so it's only going to hit the Politoeds. That was an incredible play. Regular Politoed's in the red. Shiny Politoed is down to almost in the red. That was an amazing play. Solar Blade is going to come out from on the next turn from Shiny Togekiss. That's incredible. Because of the double team, that meant that the Final Gambit. The double team meant that the discharge didn't hit Shiny Togekiss. Regular Politoed sacrifices itself, but doesn't do enough damage to take down the Togekiss that's about to use Solar Blade. Rock Throw isn't going to do enough damage to take down any of these Togekiss. So all that's left now, oh my goodness, all that's left now, there's a Solar Blade incoming. Sure up, regular Togekiss is going to restore its own HP. Oh my goodness, there is a Solar Blade incoming right now from Shiny Togekiss. Oh, I fear for Shiny Politoed. Is this it? Down goes Shiny Politoed. Politoed is out. Togekiss, Team Togekiss, goes to the semi-finals to take on Clefable. That was breathtaking. They clawed it back after a rocky start. Well done, Togekiss. Honestly, in that first battle, I thought Politoed was going to go all the way. I thought Politoed, who surprised us in the battle against Blissey in the heat, was actually going to go for it, was actually going to bring down Togekiss, which I didn't see happening originally. Like, when Togekiss was first announced and there was the potential for Politoed to go against Togekiss, I was like, Togekiss has got this. But that first battle turned me round. That first battle had me going, my money's on Togekiss. Nope, it's on Politoed. And then in the second and third battles, Togekiss just destroyed. Togekiss just actually adopted some kind of strategy, and it just worked so well. And I mean, finishing off with Solar Blade, that was just a thing of beauty. Togekiss, you've done really well. You're on your way to the semi-finals, you jammy devil, and you'll be facing Clefable in the first of our semi-finals, but there's a couple of weeks before that happens. Of course, before then, we do have 2 more quarterfinal matches, including next week's match, which is Ludicolo versus Ambipom, and that's going to be... I have no idea. I honestly don't think Ambipom's going to go all the way because it's Ambipom. I didn't expect it to be Ursaring. I feel like that might have been a fluke, but we'll find out next week. And that'll do it for this episode of MetroMania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, show your support. Of course, hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. And if you would like to support the channel like these guys down here do, you can pledge to my Patreon. The link is in the description. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.